First, I want to thank you all for coming out. This is, I believe, the 4th year that we've done this briefing on our transportation strategies for the St. Patrick's Day celebration in the South Side. First and foremost, I really want to thank our city departments and agencies. The last 3 or 4 years have really been transformational under the leadership of our Public Safety Director, Wendell Histrick, and all of the public safety departments that fall under his purview and guidance. We are very proud that last year, and I believe even the year before, we did not receive so much as a single phone call that was negative in nature around the St. Patrick's Day Parade Day celebration in the South Side. So we want to continue that tradition, and so we brought a number of people together to help brief you as it relates to transportation and cleanliness. We are not here to discuss what the mayor and the public safety director will cover in terms of their policing and public safety strategies for the day. As is the tradition, they will be out with their own press conference to address those issues. But what we are here to stress more than anything else is that you can come to the South Side and you can enjoy everything the South Side has to offer, and you can leave one thing behind when you come, and that's your vehicle. That one person, one car coming to celebrate St. Patrick's Day is not necessarily something that you want to do. And because of that, we want to provide a number of options for people that wish to come over and enjoy the day, leave their car behind, but still understand how to move about safely and do that in a number of different ways. So we have invited a number of people to join us this morning. I'm going to begin by introducing our nighttime economy manager, Allison Harnden. She can talk a little bit about our shuttle service that will be provided now for the 4th year, I believe, and how to use the 2nd Avenue lot over on 2nd Avenue, which is graciously provided by the Pittsburgh Parking Authority, and Gwen is here to help rough out the details of how you can use the lot and take the shuttle. So with that, if you would, please.
Hi, Allison Harnden. I'm the Nighttime Economy Manager for the city. The Office of Nighttime Economy's mission is to support food, beverage, entertainment, and social experiences for residents and Pittsburghers. On the South Side alone, this industry is a $214 million industry, so it's very important to us in Pittsburgh. But whether you're a business or a customer of one of those businesses, whether you're celebrating in public space or at home, we all have a role in safety and making good choices. And our office has been working with the businesses to adopt safe practices, to promote safe transportation, safe rides for the patrons. And I've also been working to coordinate the efforts of many of these people here today so that our stakeholders, that our consumers have those choices to make. They have options to make those good choices. So we have, as the councilman said, for the 4th year, we've been offering the South Side Night Rider, which will run Juan from Pittsburgh Transportation Group will give you more details about that, but we locate it in the 2nd Avenue lot, which Port Authority has been so gracious to offer to us for so many years. People who come to the parade or to celebrate for the day can park in the 2nd Avenue lot. They can be transported to the 1st Avenue T station, over to the South Side, and many stops over there and back around. So if you're coming in on the T, you can get off at 1st Avenue and get on the shuttle and go over to the South Side, or you can stay and see the parade and go to the South Side later on. We also want to offer that if you have had too much to drink, please use one of these options that people are going to talk about, but also you can leave your car in that lot overnight, and we want you to get home safely, come back and get it at a later time. So I think without any further ado, I'll just pass it on to the next person.
Glenn, would you like to speak a little bit about this 2nd Avenue lot? We can do that as well too, but just a little bit further down the program, if that's okay. Can we do that? So just one thing I'd like to make sure we get out there about the 2nd Avenue lot. I want to say there are about 800 spaces there. Am I about right?
You're about
In there, so there's ample parking, and I really want to stress that you picked up my notes.
Oh, so sorry.
Thank you. I really want to stress that safety is the key component of that lot, that if you do choose to bring your car, you've come, whether it's downtown or the south side or on the North Shore, and you feel that you've had a little too much, the Port Authority, or Parking Authority, forgive me, is gracious enough to permit the vehicle to stay till about noon the next day. We don't want it to be there all day, but you can clearly then come back, pick up your vehicle, or use a rideshare platform to come back and pick up your vehicle. We really do want to promote safety at every level. Please come and enjoy, but please do so safely and responsibly. And so to talk a little bit more about the transportation partners that we have providing alternatives for you, we have a number of different options available. A representative, Josh Huber from Lyft, was not able to be here today, but he did ask if I could read a statement, and his statement is that on St. Patrick's Day, Lyft is encouraging those that are celebrating to plan ahead and explore their city without worrying about parking or how to get home afterwards. We appreciate that St. Patrick's Day is one of the busiest days for drivers, and they're happy to participate and offer alternative transportation for anyone who wishes to use it. We also have a representative this morning from Uber, Kevin Kerr. And Kevin, if you'd like to come up and talk a little bit about the services you're offering. Almost.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Councilman Kraus, for inviting me, and thanks, everyone, for joining us. My name is Kevin Kerr, and I lead Uber's public policy work here in the state of Pennsylvania. As another year of St. Patrick's Day festivities approach, we are proud to stand with the city of Pittsburgh and with these transportation leaders that are here today to encourage everyone to plan ahead and leave your car behind if you plan on celebrating this weekend, or next weekend. As the official app of the designated driver, and in partnership with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, we're encouraging anyone whose festivities will include alcohol to plan to be a designated rider and leave your car at home. Whether you travel by Uber, bus, T, the incline, or ride your bike, we urge you to make the right decision and not get behind the wheel. By providing a reliable ride with the push of a button, Uber's empowering people here in Pittsburgh and beyond to make better, safer choices. Thank you, everyone. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thanks, Kevin. Thank you. Representing Pittsburgh Public Transportation, or Pittsburgh Transportation Group, I'm sorry. Juan, would you come up and talk about the services Z-Trip is offering?
Thank you, Councilman Cross. My name is Juan Hernandez. I'm the General Manager for Pittsburgh Transportation Group. I just wanted to say that we're a proud partner in this movement now for the 4th year with the shuttle service. As far as the shuttle service, we're going to be operating from 5 in the morning to 5 in the morning the next day. There will be 2 shuttles at certain points. The shuttles will be clearly marked. One of them will be in black and pink, and it'll say the Night Rider on it. The other shuttle will have green shamrocks. It is free to ride this shuttle, so we encourage you to please park in the 2nd Avenue parking lot and get your ride over to the south side. As far as Z-Trip is concerned, we definitely want to encourage, whether it's Z-Trip or any other ride share, that you make the right decision and use one of these platforms available to you. Z-Trip will be offering a promo code, ZLUCK, and we will not be surging that day, so we definitely want to give you as many options as possible. We've been a partner in Pittsburgh transportation-wise for over 100 years, and we want to make sure we are socially responsible to provide safe transportation. Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Just wanted to follow up and give the website for the Southside Night Rider. It's www.ssnightrider.com. And there's a real-time tracker on there, so you can see exactly where the Night Rider shuttle is, the one that's in the pink and black. There will not be a tracker on the other one, correct? But at least you'll have that one, and that one will be running 24 hours. So, yeah, there you go.
Okay. So just to even take that a little bit further, let's say you live in the South Hills, you're in Bethel Park, you wish to come to the South Side to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. You can take the T. You can take the T to the 1st Avenue station. 1st Avenue station, the Night Rider will be there to pick you up. It'll transport you throughout the South Side. deliver you back to the First Avenue station. You can take the T and return to South Hills. You can do the same thing with the North Hills. Take the T over to First Avenue, take the Night Rider throughout the south side, return to First Avenue, take the T back to the north side. So anything that we can do to eliminate congestion or one person in one car or anyone drinking and driving is really the option of what it, or the focus of what it is we're trying to accomplish today. With that, can I introduce Adam Brandoff from the Port Authority? Would you like to talk a little bit about what I just sort of put out there?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So Port Authority is going to be putting 2-car trains in service to double our normal capacity. We'll also be putting extra buses on the road on the P1 to make sure that folks from the east end can get downtown. Obviously, as the councilman alluded, that you will be able to transfer downtown to get to the south side. There are going to be some significant detours during the parade. The detours will be available at portauthority.org in the near future. Regularly scheduled bus service ends about midnight on Saturdays, so we urge everyone to plan accordingly, and regularly scheduled light rail service ends at about 1:30, so please check schedules and make sure you're prepared before you head out. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, Adam. Thanks. I think that covers everything. Oh, no, it does not. Forgive me. I apologize. We have representation today from Pittsburgh, Scott Bricker. And Scott, would you please come up and give us what you're offering?
Sure. Thanks to Councilman Kraus for bringing us all together today and asking the question, how should we get around on St. Paddy's Day without a car? I would love for that question to be front of mind throughout the year. We should be asking ourselves how we can get around without the use of a personal automobile whenever possible. And it's easier than you think to leave your car at home. I'm here to remind you, of course, that biking is a very viable way to get around. And it's also like a rolling party. I mean, this is going to be a party, right? And what better way to get around than like a really fun bike ride with your friends? Leave your car. Don't think about getting behind the wheel this day. It'll be safer for everyone, but it'll also be way more fun if you choose a bike. If you don't have your own bike, there's a wonderful bike share system here called Healthy Ride. Just for a couple bucks, you can get from point A to point B. Also, you really can get from point A to point B using a bike, which you will never be able to do on St. Paddy's Day in a car. You can park right in front of that bar or restaurant that you're going to on a bike. And there's dozens and dozens of bike racks throughout the south side that we've been integral in getting installed over the years. There's 90 miles of on-street bike routes. There's about 25 miles of trails that can get you around. And if this isn't an option, choose a bus, choose the T, choose walking, use a ride-hail app. But whatever you do, leave your car at home. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. And so would like to wind this up by talking a little bit about waste management. There are a couple of different options, and one of them, of course, is waste that's generated that we don't want to see end up in the streets. And so for the second year in a row now, we have used what we call parking enhancement district dollars to provide for porta-johns temporary bathroom facilities. That will be placed throughout the south side with the help and cooperation of the Pittsburgh Parking Authority. And I would like to bring Gwen up now and tell you a little bit about where they'll be located and how you can use them.
Thank you, Bruce. And good morning, everyone. My name is Gwen Bolden. I'm from the Pittsburgh Parking Authority. We have a number of areas in our surface lots that there will be porta-johns, and all of those areas will be listed on the website. So I want to make sure that you are utilizing the porta-johns, but also taking advantage of the opportunity to use the shuttles that are provided. Our enforcement officers will be out in numbers to make sure that we're protecting the parking spaces. So utilize those shuttles. Don't bring a car over because we will be out for enforcement. Anything else with the porta-johns? There'll be a lot of porta-johns located in our surface lots, and you'll be able to find a list for those online. So thank you very much.
Yep, and I can help round that out just a little bit. We are contracted for approximately 40 that will include ADA accessible as well. They are located all in parking authority lots throughout the south side. They will be located in the 1300 block of East Carson, at 18th and Carson, both at Carson and Sydney in those surface lots, 1900 block of East Carson, as well as 20th and Sydney. They were wildly successful last year, and at no cost to taxpayers at all whatsoever, because the parking enhancement dollars, which are generated by parking revenue, covers the cost. It's about $4,000 if I remember correctly, but we were able to gather, am I exaggerating, 7,500 gallons of human waste that did not end up in the streets, but was actually collected by the temporary bathroom facility. So that's a win-win all the way around. And then finally, it's a huge day for generating packaging. I guess I don't want to say garbage, but packaging. And so our Public Works Director, Mike Gable, and I spoke yesterday. Cleanup, and he'll flesh this out a little bit better than I can, but it will be very similar to what we have done in the past. Late at night, probably around 2 o'clock or so, Public Works comes in, they blow everything into the street, the power cleaners come down, pick it up, but what we're focused on last year and again this year is what happens in each of our side streets. And so Tracy from Block by Block, who we partner with for our clean team, which is also paid out of parking enhancement dollars, will be on site both parade day and the day after to help us focus on some of the impact that happens in the residential streets, and Tracy's here to talk a little bit about that.
Tracy Brindle from the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership Clean and Safe Program. And yes, in conjunction with Public Works, we will provide 2 clean ambassadors to the south side for Saturday the 14th. They will pick up trash, cups, whatever from the sidewalk, sweep the curb lines and the sidewalks, and reduce the volume in the trash cans as best as possible on East Carson as needed throughout the busier areas, as well as the side streets between Sarah and Sydney, cover some of those residential areas where trash kind of lingers from festivities. So that's Saturday. Public Works will come through Saturday night, as Councilman Kraus mentioned, and then we'll be there again Sunday with 2 people. Mostly the focus on the residential areas, Sarah, Sydney, and the cross streets, and we'll also touch East Carson, anything that's left over, and clean it up. I think we'll, do what we did last year, the same kind of deployment. I think it worked well, and we're happy to be there again this year to clean things up a little bit. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Tracy. So I just want to reinforce some previous remarks I made and to thank our Public Works Director, Mike Gable, for the efforts of the Department of Public Works. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Carson Street at 2 o'clock after St. Patrick's Day Parade Day, but it's a significant mess to clean up, and our Public Works Department does a spectacular job. The last 2 years, we have received nothing but compliments that at 6 o'clock in the morning while people were heading out for a morning coffee, they would never have known that St. Patrick's Day parade celebration took place.